kilalang mga giant slayers. And, you know, getting that third set win against Petrogas Angels, pinatunayan pa rin nila na you really can't count them out even in games like this going up against the bigger teams.
And BALIPURE even started off very well in the first sets of that match, getting the lead against Petrogas in the first few ones. Now let's talk about the team standings, Bella. It is a very, very short round robin for us, so how crucial is this game?
Well, for Pool B, actually, mas magaan yung paghinga ng mga teams dito kasi lahat sila will go to the quarterfinals. But, of course, if you're a team with a top 1 and 2, you get a twice to beat advantage. So, si BALIPURE, despite losing that first game, still have a chance to get that. Kaya itong every game nila actually for all the teams are still crucial moving forward para din dun sa makaka-matchup nila from the other pool.
Again, these two teams only have 3 games in the elimination round. That's why Eliza Valdez and CREAMLINE will look to capitalize on every opportunity that they can get. Ito naman sina Mami Jen kasugod,
Yes,
hindi magpapatalo para sa BALIPURE. Let's talk about the previous games of these two squads. Mela, alam naman natin that these two teams, of course, meron tayong binibigay na adjustment period mula sa kanila, pero not much dahil nga sa sobrang bilis ng ating mga pangyayari. Nung first game, pag-usapan natin yung naging performance ni Gemma Galanza and the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers.
Sabi ko nga ang highlight that game, as much as we saw quality minutes from their wing attackers, you know, talking about Gemma Galanza, Tots Carlos, and Eliza Valdez, all scoring in double digits. Ang maha-highlight ko talaga is si Gia Murado, now de Guzman, di ba? For really utilizing at least yung mga wing attackers nga niya. Siguro for this game, the fans want to see more from the middle game, pero it can be strategic kasi, di ba? Hanggat effective pa yung mga wing attackers, go to them kasi they're very efficient also. Kaya nga, it seemed like a flawless start for CREAMLINE. Getting the spikes, talaga yung advantage nila in that aspect, in that department. 38 compared to 22 lang ng PLDT high-speed hitters. And we were expecting it to be a longer game kasi PLDT retooled also eh. So, naging maganda lang yung pasok talaga nung CREAMLINE. Definitely, they prepared well for that game. And unexpectedly, yung blocks nila against PLDT mas mataas. Knowing that ang dami ring mga good weapons ng PLDT when it comes to the middle position. You know, they got Del Palomata, Mika Reyes, and Jessie De Leon as support. Pero again, yung steadiness, yung gelling, yung galaw talaga as a system, CREAMLINE yung nangibabaw. And we have to highlight also na that game, 29 yung opponent errors, 29 yung unforced errors ng CREAMLINE, but you know, they still managed to get that game na madali lang kontra PLDT.
Gia de Guzman had 22 excellent sets in their previous match. Sabi nga ni Bella kanina, maganda yung kanyang distribution ng bola. Able to get 16 from Tots Carlos, 13 from Eliza Valdez, and 10 from Gemma Galanza, respectively. Now, Tots Carlos, eto Mela, last year, di yan nagsimula at the beginning of the conference. But as Gemma Galanza went down with a minor knee injury, she stepped up. First game na nagsimula siya, best player agad, and she has never looked back.
I guess wala naman nagda-doubt sa capability ni Tots Carlos to deliver. It's just really a matter of getting her time. And last conference doon natin nakita na when she's called, talagang yung quality ng laro niya, yung minuto niya sa loob, she always delivers. And right now, I feel like she's totally embracing that starter role. You know, we know that Michelle Gumabo isn't playing for CREAMLINE this conference, pero I don't think na yun talaga yung nag-make ng difference. For me, honestly, I just feel like si Tots Carlos, when she's called, she will deliver. And ayan nga, she was firing from all cylinders last game, tallying 13 spikes, 2 blocks, and 1 ace.
It's going to be very interesting how Tots Carlos can continue with her performance here in this conference. Nakausap natin siya beforehand. Let's listen into that interview.
Super excited yung team kasi finally, after almost a year, we get to make bawi sa PVL, di ba? So, lalong-lalo na marami yung mga bagong teams and yung mga nag-rebump ng mga teams. So, super excited talaga yung team. Super happy and grateful ako and excited kasi yung mga tinabaho ko for the past years, talagang eto na yung time na malabas ko talaga siya. And yun nga, every game, mindset lang is to be happy and enjoy the game. Syempre, we also want to win every game. Our first game was actually good, pero yun nga, every game may dapat take away na lesson or may mga lapses pa rin kami na nangyayari sa game. So, during the third set, medyo bumagal yung game and nag-commit kami ng medyo maraming errors. So, yun, back to the basics pa rin and yun nga, iwasan namin yung mga errors namin.
Bella, 2 points from that interview. Number 1, it's good to see that the hard work is paying off para kay Tots Carlos.
At naka-make bawi daw sila.
Oo, tama. Make bawi. pangalawa, sabi niya na they want to enjoy every point. At parehong-pareho yan sa sinabi ni Eliza Valdez in their first game interview na yun yung isa sa mga pinaka-natutunan nila from last year.
I think they're just really trying to personify yung team good vibes, diba? Diyan naman sila talaga nakilala, apart from their skills, individually, and they're gelling as a team. Yung vibe nila when they play, yun yung nagsiset apart din sa kanila. Because even when they're down, they know parang their fans always look forward to them na makabalik agad kasi magaan sila maglaro and it affects their game as well.
Well, of course, CREAMLINE, almost the same core, nawabaw at pumasok si Phil Kainglet Cayetano. So, yung kanilang team, buong-buo pa rin. At sabi nga ni Mela, same mindset, it's gonna pay off here in the PVL. Now, let's talk about the BALIPURE Water Defenders. Itong squad na to, as you see, Bern Flora, ito hindi nag-start to in their previous match. But pagpasok niya in set number 3, nakabawi sila kontra sa Petrogas. They were able to get that set.
That's right. And nakakatuwa kasi tignan yung lineup ng BALIPURE. Marami silang all-around players eh. Yan nga, talking about Bern Flora, nakita naman natin how she played last conference from defense to offense. At ang dami rin mga inputs na parang ang dami daw libero dito sa BALIPURE, di ba? That was last conference. But then now, we saw na she didn't start for BALIPURE. And apparently, yun yung isa pa nilang kailangan, di ba? Someone to support Janine Marciano in terms of spikes. At yan nga, malaki yung naging disparity in that department. 51 for Petrogas Angels and 44 lang sa BALIPURE. And yung blocks din, masyado nang nabasa. Petrogas tally 12 blocks against 7 of BALIPURE. So definitely they need more help in that scoring department. At yung aces, Migs, medyo ironic dun sa kanina sinabi ko last conference, sabi para marami sa libero. Pero ngayon, Petrogas scored 10 aces against them in that last game. So marami pang dapat ayusin and they don't have as much time. So hopefully, the BALIPURE PS Water Defenders can already adjust in their game against the CREAMLINE Coast Smashers.
There you see their top scorer from the previous game, Janine Marciano, had 8 points in that set 3 alone, finished with 19 big ones for the Water Defenders. Well, Mela did mention nga na kailangan ng tulong para kay Janine Marciano, but it's still great to have her as your first option or one of the main options.
For sure. You know, if there's one thing to celebrate in that game, it's really how Janine Marciano played and yung leadership na she brings on the floor. Nakakahawa talaga. And I think, yun din, meron namang sumuporta sa kanya from the middle game, which was Genevieve Casugod. Pero, again, yung defense sila medyo nanganganib. Kaya kailangan pa nila ng ibang options when it comes to the outside hitters. Pero, ayan nga, 19 points for Janine Marciano, 15 spikes, 3 blocks, and 1 ace. So, it was definitely an all-around game for her also against Petrogas.
So, to your point, Mela, the floor defense, Noringo did mention that there were some flashes of good defense, good floor defense in the previous match. But it's going to be very interesting how consistent BALIPURE can be. Now, we were able to talk to Janine Marciano beforehand. Let's listen in.
It's actually good to be back with BALIPURE and napaka-welcoming naman nila Sir Hill, my coaches and my teammates. Medyo, so hindi naman ako ganun ka nahirapan pakasamahan yung mga bago kong kasama ngayon with the team. So far, okay naman. Key takeaways namin from our first game is yung not to give pressure on ourselves. Kasi parang feeling ko yung first set talaga namin, parang nothing spectacular. Nothing against yung opponent. Pero parang na-stuck kami. And parang we're giving too much pressure sa sarili namin na hindi namin nagawa kung ano yung dapat namin gawin sa court. So yun siguro, sana by this game, sana ma-overcome.
Game for BALIPURE in this conference. It's going to be very interesting to see kung they will be able to calm down and not put much pressure on themselves, as said by Janine Marciano. Let's go to our venue announcer for our referees and starting lineups.
Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Nestor Matematico. Second referee, Mr. Spinks Kabusa. Let's call on our starting lineup from our BALIPURE Purest Water Defenders. Let's begin with our team captain, number 11, Alina Joyce Bicar. At number 4, Genevieve Kasugod. Wearing jersey number 5, Marianne Alisa Buitre. At number 8, Janine Marciano. Number 13, Joanna Louise Maraginot. And number 14, Patty Jane Orendain. Libero, number 7, Eliza Eroa. Head coach, Mr. Romel Abele. Calling on our CREAMLINE Cool Smashers. Team captain wears jersey number 2, Eliza Valdez. At number 6, Janet Panaga. Wearing jersey number 12, Julia Melissa De Guzman. Number 13, Celine Domingo. Number 15, Jessica Margaret Galanza. And number 18, Diana May Carlos. Libero, number 11, Kyla Atienza. Head coach, Mr. Sherwin Meneses.
Yeah, the starting lineups for your BALIPURE Water Defenders: Kasugod, Buitre, Marciano, Eroa, Orendain, Maraginoten, Alina, Bicar. Same names, Bella.
That's right, and I guess for BALIPURE also, they're sticking with Joanna Maraginot as the outside hitter na kadiagonal ni Marciano, or opposite rather. So I guess they're sticking with the offense muna over defense, diba? Given that she's also taller than Flora. But yes, for CREAMLINE, same starters. Let's note that Celine Domingo is starting for that middle position over Risa Sato.
That's an interesting change that they did to start the conference. First attack here comes from the top scorer of the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers. Sino pa ba? Tots Carlos.
Again, we were talking offline about yung pagiging strategic din ng paggamit ng mga tao. I actually mentioned to Migs na yung paggamit kay Celine Domingo over Risa Sato. As much as we know naman na she's very capable for that position. But of course, Sato kasi has multiple awards na rin dito sa PVL. She's proven herself multiple times. But of course, ayun nga, ayaw naman natin i-exhaust yung mga main gunners natin. Especially when you have a deep bench. Kung kayang-kaya naman nila, di ba? At least, pagpahingin mo na yung mga starters.
Kumbaga, ang gandang problema para sa CREAMLINE Cool Smashers. And right now, they do have a good situation where they are up by 2 points early in this match. Bicar will send it over to Marciano, rejected at the net.
Good start here for Panaga. We mentioned also in the pre-game na kung may namimiss ba ng mga CREAMLINE fans, really the middle game kasi last time yung mga highlights natin were all from the outside attackers, the wing hitters.
Well, Janet Panaga, she was number 7 in blocks in the previous conference. And it's great to see her healthy. Again, injuries are the last things that we want to see in the PVL. De Guzman will give it up to Tots Carlos. That's all she needed to score that point.
And you know what's good kay Tots Carlos? It's really yung approach niya. It doesn't change whether she's gonna spike the ball or gonna drop the ball. Kaya makikita mo yung defense pattern ng BALIPURE. Lahat naka-atras because everyone's anticipating that she would hit that ball.
And we all know how hard she could hit that ball.
Always in full swing, eh.
Of course. Galanza on the serve, Marciano on the attack. Set back again, Panaga converting once more.
It's 2 block points already for Jeanette Panaga to start off this set. Things are looking good here for CREAMLINE. You're at 5-0 against BALIPURE.
The first game of CREAMLINE, Mela, dikit sila ng PLDT in the first few points, no? And then they pulled away. Good start right here. Maraginot will give it up to Marciano. Kyla to send it to Tots. Off the blockers. Another point para kay Tots Carlos. That's 6 straight points for CREAMLINE.
makikita nga natin yung system at familiarity ng Creamline dito. No? Alam na nila kung sino kukuha ng bola, if the setter gets the ball, and yung connection at kung ano yung gusto na bola ng mga attackers. It seems like they really get it. Diba? They get each other talaga. That's why their efficiency sa lahat ng attempts nila, they can convert into points.
Quick timeout here mula sa BALIPURE Water Defenders. Well, para kay Coach Romel, syempre, little bit of a sense of urgency, Mela, dahil 6 points agad para sa Creamline.
Definitely. Kailangan nila agad ng pamatay sunog para mag-stop yung streak ng Creamline. And looking at the scoreboard, 6-0, 4 points dyan kay Carlos, 2 points from Panaga. So, we're looking at a flawless start again here for Creamline.
Vicar gives it up to Janine Marciano, met at the net. De Guzman gives it up to Alyssa. Balik tayo kay Janine. Hindi yan naabot sa kabila. Another point for Creamline.
And again, it's very frustrating no for Marciano. She's had a lot of attempts already in this early part of the set. Pero kung hindi man nabablock, ayan, nagre-resort na sa errors kasi nai-intimidate na rin siya nung defense, net defense nung kalaban.
Credit that to Tots Carlos and Jeanette Panaga. Have been denying Janine Marciano. Baraginon from the other side. Here's Tots.
Good recovery there from Marciano. After defense, tayo agad. Siya pa rin ang papalo.
Quick there mula kay Jeanette Panaga. Baraginot sends it over. Gia, back to Jeanette. That's another point. That will give us our first technical timeout of this match. 8-0 in favor of the Creamline Pool Smashers.
And we mentioned the familiarity. Kita-kita natin yung gelling. Dumepensa si Panaga. Siya pa rin ang pumalo, leading to that first technical timeout. The lead goes to Creamline.
Sulit saya ang inyong panonood kasama ang Sulit TV. Entertainment, sports, news, and information, andito lahat. Mapapanood ang TV5, One Sports, One PH at lahat ng free-to-air channels. Siksik na, digital at malinaw pa sa halagang 780 pesos lamang. Tumawag lang sa 02-8888-5555 o maaari ring pumunta sa piling authorized stores nationwide. Mabibili rin sa Shopee at Lazada. Bisitahin ang Sulit TV Facebook page para sa iba pang mga detalye. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Bili na ng Sulit TV powered by TV5. Now let's go to our segment host, Alexis Tinsay.
Asan ate, nagkulang ako, ganyan umako ng responsibilidad ang isang dyan kasugod na mainstay ng BALIPURE who scored 11 points against Petrogas last game. Imbes na madismaya dahil mas may endgame yung kabila, na-realize si Jen kung gaano ka-importante maging eager about every point. BALIPURE will now be focusing to up their blockings and floor defense against Creamline. The question is, will the water defenders be able to eagerly defend themselves? Let's go back to set 1.
Thank you, Alexis. Well, the problem right now is that BALIPURE is down by 10 points. And we're going to be looking to see if the things that Jen Kasugod said will be able to take place later on. But we did see the character from their squad in their previous match.
The mix kanina when Ai was reporting, kita natin yung mga serves ni Jem Magalanza. She scored her first ace, but since she got into that service area, ang bibigat talaga ng mga binibitawan niyang serves. And I think yun din yung nagiging first line of struggle nitong BALIPURE. That's why they can set up a combination play. When we got back from the 10, did their homework. Tapos on top of that, we have all these errors from the BALIPURE water defenders. So they really have to find a solution ASAP because Creamline has the lead right now at 10 points.
Service error that gives the service back to the Creamline Cool Smashers. Ito po si Jeanette Panaga. 11-1 our score. Pati Orinda in. Gemma will give it up to the Phenom. Alyssa Valdez is met at the net. And that's a point for BALIPURE.
Medyo nanggigil at sinobra sa follow-through. Pero let's highlight also, no, kasi ang dami ng mga bola na si Gia yung kumuha ng first ball. And in that interview with Tots Carlos, nabanggit niya yung going back to basics. And it shows in their game kasi if you watch the players, they really slow down when it's the other players other than the setter ang nagsiset up sa kanila. That's why yung efficiency in terms of attack, whether or not setter yung nagset, mataas pa rin yung porsyento.
Oh, Mela, BALIPURE now feeling a little bit of confidence as they get their third point. This is Pati Orindain getting a score for the Water Defenders.
Smart move there, no, by Pati Orendain. I mean, ngayon humarap na siya and I guess nakita niya rin yung mga position ng blockers ng Creamline when she was playing at the back line. And in that last sequence, ginamit niya yung kamay ng blockers.
We did talk about her before this game as well, how resourceful she is with her talents. Ito naman, well, if you want to talk about a talented player, sino pa ba? Alyssa Valdez.
That's right. Wala nang dapat patunayan pa si Alyssa. We know that when they need the point, they can always go to her. And dito naman on the side of BALIPURE, another thing that needs improvement is yung communication. Kasi sayang di ba? It's not all the time that you get to check Alyssa Valdez. And in that last sequence, nakita natin naka-check naman yung blockers pero hindi na-recover ng floor defenders.
Alyssa again, set back this time. Good recognition by BALIPURE. One more time. Ball is up. Alina will give it up to Orendain. Gia onto Celine Domingo.
And we mentioned how capable Celine Domingo is to take over that MB2 slot. Look at her head above the net. And her reach was so high.
Wow. That was executed perfectly by Creamline.
For sure. And she's really feeling it after that slow-mo.
Making the most out of the playing time that she's been given. A service ace coming from Tots Carlos. What a start for her in this conference.
And minsan kasi mix, hindi naman siya sa hindi naman siya, I mean, we mentioned about the strategy in using you know, your second stringers to start para hindi ma-exhaust yung mga dati mong starters. But also, it can be a case na talagang during the preparation for this second conference, it was Celine na nagpapakita ng magandang galaw. And speaking of magandang galaw, Tots Carlos scoring an ace of her notable jump serve.
Yes, that is very notable.
In this conference, no, siya lang talagang gumagawa niyan.
You can see how effective it is. College pa lang, ganyan na siya. Halos tatama na nga sa bubong no? 15 serving 3. Alina will give it up to Jen Kasugod. At the end was there. Ito si Alyssa Valdez. Ganda ng pasa doon ng BALIPURE Water Defenders.
Things looking good here for BALIPURE. Jen Kasugod already in the front line. And in terms of blocking, we know that she can always deliver. Lalo na kung walang masyadong combination play. Isa yan talaga sa mga strong suits ni Jen Kasugod. But that time, we saw Janine Marciano the one who blocked. Pero yung positioning kasi, it also matters. And it's really a combined effort from Kasugod and Marciano.
Here's BALIPURE, Orendain. Off of Gia Morado. Almost kept it alive with that kick. But the point belongs to BALIPURE.
That was actually an illegal attempt, no? Kasi nakita natin, Pati Rendain went through the block. Ayan, Gia recovered it with her hand. Tapos, sinipa. So, si Kyla, hindi niya na in-over yung bola.
Sumobra na rin pala on that play. And this will send us to our second technical timeout. The score is 16-5 in favor of Creamline. Fully Alive, Champions for Life. Abangan ang pagbabalik ng UAAP at panoorin ng Season 84 Men's Basketball. Simula na po yan this March 26, tuwing Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, live sa One Sports at sa UAAP Varsity Channel, available on Signal TV Channel 263 HD and on Signal Play. A lot of exciting things happening in Philippine sports, Mela.
And nagbabalik na ulit ang sports industry as things start to open up again in our country.
Ito, nagbabalik din si Jen Kasugod, who will score for BALIPURE. They badly need that point, of course. At ang laking bagay, sabi nga ni Alexis, yung leadership na ibibigay ni Mami Jen.
For sure. At dyan nga sa leadership na yan, another thing that could help BALIPURE is them minimizing their errors. And let's talk about yung service game ng dalawang koponan, because right now CREAMLINE has 3 service aces in this first set alone, while BALIPURE naman already has 2 service errors, di ba? So they really have to put a stop on that.
Marindayan will serve this time down by 9. Gia, back sets to Celine Domingo. Mababa nga lang that time around.
Back-to-back attack errors here for the Cool Smashers. Let's see if BALIPURE makes a rally here.
Patty will serve again. This time the lead is 8. Gia gives it up to Domingo. Babawi ba? That will not be successful for CREAMLINE.
Violation called there for on Celine Domingo rather. Good attempt though kasi masyadong kumagat sa kanya yung blockers, and you know, with the kind of attack na pinakawalan niya kanina, naka-address lahat ng defenders ng BALIPURE.
Take a look at the replay. Ayun po ang tulak mula kay Celine Domingo.
Ooh.
Wow, what an attack mula kay Gemma Galanza. The recovery was there from BALIPURE. Gia. Oh, the 1-2 mula kay Gia Morado de Guzman, time and time again.
I could just imagine yung struggle ng bawat koponan sa pagbabantay sa CREAMLINE, no? I mean, there are a lot of weapons in terms of sa mga spikers, pero when your setter is as genius as Gia Morado de Guzman, isa pa talagang nagpapahirap dun sa mga ibang teams.
That puts CREAMLINE up to 17 points. Aguilar on the approach. Carlos was there. May re-regalo yan para kay Rap Rap.
Aguilar quick to react on that regalo. Napakaganda din nung attempt niya na yun to go down the line, but Carlos was ready. Medyo sinobra yung depensa. Again, Aguilar was quick to react, getting that point against the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers.
So slowly but surely, BALIPURE looking a little bit better here. Gemma Galanza, ito naman, she has always looked good. And that time around, she will get a point.
You know what? I've seen Gemma play through the years, and we know kung gaano kabilis siya pumalo, gaano kagaling siya maglihis ng mga bola. But in terms of power, I think this is the strongest I've seen her. And we have to credit also yung preparation nila. And we have to highlight yung kanilang mga conditioning coaches during the off-season, talagang making the spikers strong. At when we talk about strength, we can count out Tots Carlos. Look at that bomb she unleashed, going down the line for that opposite hit.
Unfortunately, a little bit too eager mula kay Tot. Sumobra nga lang. It was outside. Oh, misreceive mula kay Gemma Galanza. Kept alive by CREAMLINE. Here's Picar off of a free ball. Combination to Marciano. Tots Carlos. Not much power needed on that play, Mela.
Again, you know, we have to credit half that point to Liza Valdez. Kanina, medyo marami siyang attempt sa harap. Hindi na-convert lahat, pero sa likod bumabawi. And again, that full approach by Tots Carlos, tapos biglang magla-last second drop. Ang hirap pa rin basahin para sa BALIPURE.
Here's Aguilar. The attempt was deflected. Tots Carlos. Ito naman, hahanapin once again ang down the line, and she will be successful.
Carlos really trying to variate all her attempts. At alam mo, mahirap na talagang basahin yung mga palo niya. Pero now, it makes it harder for BALIPURE dahil talagang pinapalit-palitan niya in terms of dropping it or attacking the ball.
Basta pag nag-run siya.
Pwede kayo bang mag-ano mag-game na natin. Nasa sa down line sa end of the line. Kasi nahihirapan yung depensa natin kung aatas ba siya o mag-ano. Mag-uumi siya doon sa rambol.
Okay, Mela, we can see how good CREAMLINE is doing right now, but what adjustments are you expecting mula sa BALIPURE water defenders?
Well, napapansin ko kasi, especially from our angle mix, no, kitang-kita natin yung side nitong BALIPURE. Yung mga receive nila, naaangat nila, but it never reaches Alina's spot. Kaya yung mga combination plays, hindi nila ma-accomplish. Pero, ayan, the rare times that they get to do it, successful yung mga nagiging attempt nila. So, I guess, they just have to continue with this. Ayan, hindi masyadong malayo yung ginalaw ni Alina, so they can resort to more combination plays or even utilize their middle attackers.
Credit that to Patty Orendain. Unfortunately, the timing of these errors, Mela, napakasakit, no, for BALIPURE.
For sure, and yung stability ng team yun yung hinahanap natin because we've seen highlights ng magandang ginagalaw nila. They just really have to be stable enough to carry on without committing any error as we take a look at the veteran Soriano coming in for CREAMLINE, replacing Celine Domingo. And we can highlight talaga yung lineup nitong CREAMLINE Cold Smashers. I mean, they can just pull anyone from the bench and have them deliver. So yung quality talaga ng lineup ng CREAMLINE, very notable.
And this is Soriano's first appearance in this conference. Good to see her back in action. It's 22 serving 12. Lead back to double digits over receive. Gia gives it up to Alyssa. Just tips it over. Alina, papunta kay Marciano. That sails outside.
Again, yung errors ng BALIPURE, it's just all over the place. I mean, sa attacks, sa receive, sa service, di ba? They really have to regroup and find a way na makadikit dito sa laro na to. CREAMLINE is two points away from stealing the first set, or getting rather.
And because of that service ace, another one for CREAMLINE. It's up to a 12-point lead. And we're seeing more players come on for the Cool Smashers. It's Kyle Negrito and si Riza Mandapat.
It's a big lead for last conference's runner-up.
Dicar will give it up to Marciano. Set back. This time, it's Orendain. Negrito. Back row. Gemma Galanza. And she will get the point to end set number 1. CREAMLINE just dominating to start this match.
And ayan nga yung binabanggit nating power ni Gemma Galanza. She's just really showing off all her talent here. Floor defense, atake, kanina even in the service line. Sa kanya din yung rotation na nagsimula yung napakalaking lamang. And that gives them the first set, 25
to 12.
to 12.
We'll be back after these short messages. Back here in the Paco Arena in Manila for your PVL 2022 Open Conference. Set number 1 belonged to the Creamline Cool Smashers. And of those 25 points, Mela, 1/3 galing kay Tots Carlos.
Ayan nga, nabanggit mo, Carlos leading the team with 8 points in that first set, followed by Valdez with 2, followed by Banag and Galanza rather with 3 points apiece, Valdez with 2 and Domingo with 1 point. And makikita natin yung disparity sa atake. Ang layo talaga, ang daming napakawala na plays nitong Creamline, and credit that to De Guzman, really utilizing everyone. Pero ito namang BALIPURE, still to find yung tao na magli-lead sa kanila, because even their leading scorer, Janine Marciano, have been guarded well at na-intimidate nga din dahil ang dami niya rin na-commit na errors early in this first set. Kaya she was limited to just 1 point, comparing it to her output last game against Petrogas, where she tallied 19 points.
Well, we did see the blocking working mula sa Creamline Cool Smashers. Now, the thing about Janine Marciano and BALIPURE is that they also lost the first 2 sets against Petrogas, but Marciano was able to recover in set number 3. Tignan nga lang natin kung maulit yun ngayon.
Tama. And if there's one thing to highlight pa dito sa Creamline, it's really their service aces. I mean, when we take a look at the stats, 4 service aces, pero dito, hindi man sila nag-ace, talagang nahirapan yung pag-receive ng BALIPURE at talagang nahirapan sila mag-play dahil hindi nga umaabot kay Alina yung mga receive nila. So, good job also to Creamline for their loaded serves.
Set number 2 here between BALIPURE and Creamline, and an attack error coming in from Janine Marciano to begin things. Again, we thank you for joining us here on One Sports. Rix Gomez at your service alongside Bella Tunay and Alexis Tinsay, the Cool Smashers. Take set number 1 as they try to stay undefeated in this very, very short round robin.
And Mix, hindi natin napansin si Risa Sato na pala itong nasa loob ng court.
Yes.
And even Ella De Jesus.
Ganda ng depensa ng BALIPURE that time around. Can they turn things around as they are still playing with Orendain, Aguilar, Eroa, Bicar, Marciano, and Buitre? Kabila naman, it's Carlos, Sato, Valdez. That's De Guzman, Galanza, and of course, it is Kyla Atienza. Orendain.
Look at the defense of Creamline from net to floor.
Sent by Tots Carlos. Buitre on the quick. That's gonna work for the water defenders.
Back-to-back points here for Marian Buitre. And that's what you want to see, no, for BALIPURE. Someone who will really step up. At hindi kasi pwede na palagi sila sa isang tao umaasa. And of course, defense is gonna play a big part of that para ma-utilize sila si Buitre. Showing a good start here for BALIPURE.
First lead in this match para sa BALIPURE water defenders. Eroa. They go to Marciano on the off-speed. Regalo yan para kay Marian Buitre.
3 points already for this girl right here, Marian Buitre. And no one from the Creamline blockers even attempted to do a joust against Marian Buitre.
That goes straight to the back row. 3-1 our score. Misreceive. Gemma still able to send it powerfully. Marciano off speed. It's gonna work.
Things are switching up here for the teams. Ngayon naman nahihirapan receive itong Creamline, and yung plays nila, yan, si Gia Morado, De Guzman struggling, at kapag nakakadepensa naman itong BALIPURE, sila naman nakaka-utilize mga combination plays.
They're up 4-1. A lot better start here para sa water defenders. And right there, missed time mula kay Risa Sato. And it is an attack error.
Medyo hindi nakapa yung bola, or siguro malamig pa coming off the bench.
5 serving 1. Rap Aguilar. Gia will give it up to Tots Carlos. Eroa was there. Orendain. Gia, back set. Gemma Galanza. Orendain was there. That's gonna sail out. The point belongs to BALIPURE.
BALIPURE coming alive in this game. They now lead the second set 6-1. And so far, in all aspects, nag-improve sila, no? Yung pag-check nila ng bola, yung laro nila sa service line.
At ang bilis, no, Mela? Ng turnaround. There you go. That time around, mali ang basa ng net defense ng BALIPURE na itawid pa rin ang Creamline yung bola.
And nakita natin that sequence, si Orendain, hinihintay niya na mahawakan ni Gia yung bola. Pero si Gia just really fooling yung blocker sa kabila. Pinalagpas niya yung bola.
There's Ella De Jesus getting some playing time para sa Creamline Cool Smashers. Galanza serving. Picar on to Buitre. Ella gives it up to Tots Carlos. And she finds that back row, the corner para kay Tots.
Tots Carlos producing so much points here for the Creamline Cool Smashers. She's slowly becoming as the go-to girl here for Creamline. Grabe yung prosyento niya, Migs. Yung number of attempts niya at yung number of successful points na nakukuha niya.
Here's Marciano. That is wide on the attack. A little bit too aggressive para kay Janine Marciano.
That was a good attempt though from BALIPURE. At least tinatry nila mag-combination plays kasi I guess the basic plays won't work against Creamline. Nakita naman natin pag nasa middle yung siniset sa kanila, tumi-triple block sila. And even when they're set sa mga outside hitters, lagi naka-double block and well-established yung kanilang blocking pattern.
Unfortunate right there para kay Gemma Galanza. It is a service error. The lead is 3 points for BALIPURE. Even the body language, Mela, ng BALIPURE, ibang-iba.
Nag-iba,
no?
parang nagising talaga.
Unfortunately, as we say that, it is a service error mula kay Marian Buitre.
Both unforced errors from service line coming off from the two teams.
Risa Sato will now serve. Alina goes to Rendain. Cross court. Risa Sato was there. Gia will push it. Balik sila kay Patty. Cut right there mula kay Patty Rendain, but it is wide.
That was a good angle though from Patty Rendain. Apart from playing indoor volleyball, kilala din siya sa larangan ng beach volleyball at kitang-kita niya that big area doon sa side ni Eliza, but Eliza was very quick to read that it was sailing out.
Combination again. Marciano again. It goes outside. So the attacks of BALIPURE, sumusobra lang talaga ng onte, Mela.
That's right. And yun nga, mga combination plays na yung ginagawa nito ni Alina Bicar. But again, the execution, the last touch, it hasn't been successful so far, at least for Janine Marciano.
Service error mula kay Risa Sato. And that brings us to our technical timeout. BALIPURE with a 1-point lead. One Sports is available for free on Signal Play. One Sports Plus is available on Signal Play Premium for 75 pesos per month. Now we have a report about Gemma Galanza, courtesy of Alexis Tinsay.
Mai-apply ang training mula sa bubble hanggang sa home court. Yan ang munting goal ng Cool Smashers. Ika nga ni Pangs Managa, who is focusing on her attacks together with her spikers, Tots, and Gemma. Dahil nga mas marami daw ang attacks ng PLDT last game. Given their win, di lang daw nila gagalingan ngayon, pero bibilisan nila at lilinisin nila ang kanilang mga galaw. Bumalik tayo at tingnan kung kaninong momentum ang mamamayagpag as they start this set.
You know, that's right on cue, Alexis, because before we came back, pinag-uusapan namin ni Mela kung gaano kalinis yung nilalaro ng Creamline in set number 1. But that play around, makakabawi sila.
Definitely, and nakita natin yung pinalo ni Domingo. I mean, yung 2 puntos siya in her game today, parehong malinis. And ako talagang sobrang impressed ako kay Gia Morado kasi yung 3 middle attackers niya, iba-iba ng mga set pero yung familiarity niya sa kanilang 3, talking about Risa Sato, Jeanette Managa, and Celine Domingo, nabibigay niya kung ano yung gusto nila. That's why she makes them more efficient.
Kaya nga naman, best setter yan, si Gia. Almost tried to score on that play. Here's Rap Aguilar. Gia will give it up to Eliza Valdez. We have seen that for so many years here in the Philippines.
Eliza Valdez doing phenom things here and just playing smart, you know, parang nakikita natin hindi yung pinakamalakas pero look at her using the hands of the smaller blocker, Alina Vicar. As we know, Jen Casugod is very capable to block her kapag kin-cross court niya yun, and Eliza just saving her energy and going with the smaller blocker.
Valdez now serving. We are tied at 9-all in set number 2. Pasugod met at the net. Vicar goes back to Jen. Gia, back set to Tots Carlos. Iroa was there. Rap ngayon on the approach. And she is able to find the line.
And from our angle, kitang-kita yung wrist action nito ni Rap Aguilar. And Gemma Galanza, nakita natin medyo pasok in their defense pattern. There was a big opening there in that spot.
Good angle right there mula kay Aguilar. De Guzman to Galanza. Vicar, balik kay Rap. Gia, Celine Domingo. Ganda ng hanap sa likod.
Nakita natin nagkumpulan yung mga defenders ng BALIPURE dito sa harap. And you know, Celine Domingo just playing smart also. Parang si Ate Eliza Valdez niya, they really just know where to put that ball. Hindi kailangan lakasan, pero you know, a point is a point. They just know where to land their ball.
We're back to a deadlock. 10-all, 3 points so far para kay Celine Domingo, starting for the second straight match. And she has a service ace.
This is what you want to see if you're a CREAMLINE fan. Kanina, medyo nag-struggle. Ang laki na nilamang ng BALIPURE to open this set. Pero yung stability na hinahanap natin dito sa BALIPURE, yung CREAMLINE yung nagde-deliver, di ba? Yung ability to come back from a big lead.
Ginagawa ng mga championship teams. Tama ba yun, Mela?
Ano na kasi yan, it comes with experience also.
The push mula kay Galanza. Vicar tried to score on the 1-2. Read well by CREAMLINE. Gia gives it up to Sato. Risa Sato just able to push that onto a point.
Grabe naman yung set na yun. I mean, been talking about the ball ng BALIPURE not going to Vicar's box, in the setter's box. Pero si Gia, kahit nasa backline na yung receive at depensa, naihabol niya pa sa gitna.
Yes.
And perfect set for Risa Sato.
12 serving 10, 3 straight points. May tulong pa ng net doon, but the ball is still alive. Gia gives it up to Sato. Another point para kay Risa Sato.
Yan naman ang forte nito ni Sato, yung pagbilis talaga ng pasok at pag-double jump. Yan talaga yung advantage naman niya over the other middle blockers and middle attackers in the league. And that drop ball leads CREAMLINE to the first technical timeout.
Nahabol lang tayo, nanahimik na tayo agad. Diba? Pasahan natin maayos. Para makaano tayo na maayos sa kabila. Maka-opensa tayo na maayos. Okay? The more na nagmamadali tayo, the more na hindi tayo makakagawa ng maayos na. Tapat.
13 to 10 our score in set number 2. Sabi ni Coach Romel, huwag magmadali, Mela.
Yun nga, para kasi silang nararattle. Whereas, ito namang CREAMLINE, kahit napakalaki ng lamang kanina ng BALIPURE, I think they were down by around 5 or 6. And now, sila na yung lumalamang dito 13 to 10 dahil they're taking things slow, di ba?
Here's Aguilar on the approach. Domingo was there. Sato will give it up to Galanza, pero may tatawag yan kontra kay Risa Sato.
Medyo nag-attempt maging setter doon siya na jump set pa eh. But good defense there by Celine Domingo. And ito yung mga gusto mo rin mapanood sa mga middles, no? Na dumidepensa din sila. Because most of the time, hindi naman sila yung better defenders on the floor. Kaya lagi sila yung tina-target.
Overreceive right there. May tatawid pa rin ng CREAMLINE. Gia onto Risa Sato, who has been feeling it here in this set. Aguilar, ball up. Risa will set onto Galanza. Off speed, gagana yan.
Gemma Galanza with just a lot of options to do to score a point for Creamline. I mean, we've talked about her power when it comes to spiking, pero we also know na pagdating sa mga ganyang off-speed attacks, kayang-kaya niya rin magpaikot ng bola.
Gia Morado de Guzman will now serve. One of the best servers in the previous conference. Top 10. Automatic yan. Marian Buitre met at the middle. Back row, Eliza Valdez off speed. Yun lamang ang kinakailangan para umiscore.
Off-speed attack works for Eliza Valdez here. And yun yung ginagawa nilang tatlo nila, Tots, ni Gemma. And it's been the one that have been working well for them here in the second set. Kasi I guess naka-adjust na si BALIPURE sa mga binibitawan nilang mga strong attacks. But in terms of in-game adjustment, kung anong kailangan gawin, hindi kailangan laging power, di ba? A point is a point. And ayan nga, so far all the spikers playing smart here for Creamline.
Quick turnaround here in the second set after being down by 4. Creamline is up by 5, 16-11. Sulit saya ang inyong panonood kasama ang Sulit TV. Entertainment, sports, news, and information, andito lahat. Mapapanood ang TV5, One Sports, One PH at lahat ng free-to-air channels. Siksik na, digital at malinaw pa sa halagang 780 pesos. Tumawag lang sa 02-8888-5555 o maaari ring pumunta sa piling authorized stores nationwide. Mabibili rin sa Shopee at Lazada. Bisitahin ang Sulit TV Facebook page para sa iba pang mga detalye. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Bili na ng Sulit TV, powered by TV5. 16, serving 11 in set number 2, Jamie La Victoria. Getting some action here, Risa Sato. BALIPURE was there. Marciano on the attack. Recovery mula sa Creamline. Galanza. Jamie on to Buitre. Hindi na mahabol yan.
Coach Romel trying to change the pace here for the BALIPURE water defenders. Injecting in Jamie La Victoria into the game to replace Alina Bicar, and it works for them. Utilizing Marian Buitre, at ang ganda ng pinakita na yun ni Buitre. Medyo nawala siya to start of the set. Siya yung nagsimula with a streak of points.
Buitre had 4 points to her name in the previous match as well. Tots Carlos, sumobra ang atake.
Medyo nakailalim si Tots in that last attack.
So BALIPURE, again, nagpaparamdam dito in set number 2. They did start off very well. Eto si Gemma Galanza. What a hit!
Look at that approach by Gemma Galanza. And tawag dyan, farewell spike kasi she's gonna go to serve as we take a look at this slow-mo. And look at the angle, the vertical leap.
I mean, even I was surprised with the reaction of Mela. It was that powerful.
It is. Isa din kasi sa kilala dito kay Gemma, apart from her wrist action, it's really her follow-through. Kaya baon na baon yung mga spikes niya.
Bawi naman agad dito ang BALIPURE. There's Gemma Galanza on your screen.
And finally, Janine Marciano starting to feel it again in this game. They need her leadership. As we saw that ball catching the line.
Balik tayo, De Guzman onto Risa Sato. A lot of chemistry between those two players as well.
Alam mo, mix yung kagandahan din when you have a deep bench. It's really the healthy competition that's built among the players, no? Kasi we've seen quality minutes from Celine Domingo, but we can also notice how aggressive ito si Risa Sato when it comes to spiking, to blocking, and again, credit to Gia Morado de Guzman for really highlighting their strengths.
Sato will be taking a breather. Pasok dito si Sati Espiritu. also being checked in for the first time this conference.
She was actually the starter last conference for BALIPURE.
Celine Domingo. Oh, Jamie La Victoria using that left hand, and she will score.
Now, that's the advantage also with a taller setter, di ba?
So far, ganda ng pasok ni Jamie La Victoria. Lead is 2 points para sa CREAMLINE. As Pao Soriano checks back in for the Cool Smashers. He was inserted briefly at the end of the first set. Marciano serving. Gia will give it up to Alyssa Valdez. There's a whistle against BALIPURE.
Jamie La Victoria too aggressive on that block. Violation there, a net touch. And now we see a double substitution here for CREAMLINE.
Tumama sa net. Pasok dito si Riza Mandapat and Kyle Negrito, who also saw brief action ng first set.
The Kyle Negrito, also known as one of the heavy servers.
FEU pa lang, kitang-kita na yan. Marciano. Strong attack. CREAMLINE was not able to recover.
Janine Marciano finally getting her groove back here for BALIPURE. At kahit sa backline maaasahan.
Lead is 2 points. So ito yung range, no, Mela?
Oo.
Pabalik-balik tayo sa 2 points, 3 points.
This was actually manageable compared to the lead that CREAMLINE has built in the first set. Medyo degrading na pag nakita mo yung lamang 10
Double
points
digit eh.
Oo.
And it was 10-0 to start it. Negrito will give it up to Alyssa. Aguilar, tough angle.
Good read there by Valdez.
Mula sa likod, Galanza. Balik sila kay Rap Rap. Deflected. Kyle gives it up. This time to Riza Mandapat in the first points. Para kay Riza Mandapat for CREAMLINE.
Look at the bench celebrating for Riza Mandapat. And it's really good to celebrate yung quality minutes that all the players bring here to the floor for CREAMLINE. Highlight also Negrito's opposite setting. Talagang nahuhuli yung mga blockers ng BALIPURE dahil yung shift sa open tapos opposite. Ang layo nung tinatakbo ng mga middle blockers ng BALIPURE. Kaliwat kanan talaga. And it gives them the lead 21 rather to 17, and BALIPURE calls a timeout.
Ganito naman dapat hindi naman nakapasok eh. Basta ikaw, pasok ka ng pasok. Pasok ng pasok.
Kapit na tayo dyan.
Oh,
Kapit na tayo.
4 points. Hinahabol natin, ibig sabihin kaya natin. Okay? Kaya ito bitaw lang tayo sa bandang dulo. Okay?
Sustain na.
Subukan natin kapitan hanggang dulo. Okay? Maganda naman yung pasa natin. Maganda yung receive natin eh.
Kunin natin ito, ha? Kunin natin.
Well, Mela, you heard Coach Romel. Huwag kang bibitaw. Hanggang dulo dapat.
Oo, kapitan daw.
Kapitan lang.
Well, yun nga, kanina nabanggit natin manageable pa naman. And we've seen teams come back from these kinds of lead, di ba? 17-21. And nabanggit din niya, maganda naman yung receive nila. Compared dun sa first set, syempre, yung isa sa nagpahirap sa kanila. So really, they really just have to manage their errors as well.
Free ball for CREAMLINE. And this is the first point para naman kay Pao Soriano.
Everybody just delivering here for CREAMLINE. Kahit kanino iba to, kahit sinong ipasok, it's really quality minutes for everyone. And we see the players all smiles here, celebrating each other's points.
So Riza Mandapat and Pao Soriano entering the scoring column for this conference. Alyssa Valdez with a uncharacteristic service error. But they still have a good lead here, 22-18.
Marian Buitre now in front here for BALIPURE. At kanina siya yung bumubuhay
Yes.
Siya yung parang pamatay-sunog talaga nila.
Another point para kay Pao Soriano. Looking good in this match.
Look at the former Queen Falcon, Pao Soriano. Isa yan sa mga favorite plays niya actually, you know, hitting from the back of the setter. Tapos yung set sa kanya, when you compare it to the set of the other middles, medyo mas mataas yung kay Pao Soriano. But she's really capable na ilihis-lihis yung mga bola niya.
Unfortunately, it's another service error. Pao Soriano enjoying the action that she is experiencing Kala mo meron siyang sariling fans club eh. No?
So she's one of the senior players ng Creamline, kaya yung support talaga ng mga teammates niya.
Service error naman mula sa BALIPURE. And that gives Creamline 5 set points here in set number 2.
The starters coming back for Creamline. We see the Guzman to serve here for the Cool Smashers. Tots Carlos also the highest pointer so far for Creamline, also back in.
They will try to finish this off. Set number 2. La Victoria onto Buitre.
Better pass there for the water defenders, and just too much angle here for Risa Sato.
Then again, she's staying aggressive.
More
Bern Flora,
substitutions
pasok
also
dito for the first time.
BALIPURE. Coach Romel Abella still constantly trying to get that right mix for his team.
De Guzman onto Sato, rejected by Marciano, at may re-regalo yan para kay Orendain.
Good eye there by Pati Rendain. Still a manageable lead for Creamline, 24-21. But you can't sleep on BALIPURE, lalo na Bern Flora, one of the I was gonna say one of the known good defenders for the team. Pero again, baka malamig from the bench. Service error at mapupunta ang set number 2 to the Creamline Coal Smashers.
Two sets to none, our tally so far. The Creamline Cool Smashers, after dominating set number 1, they came from behind in set number 2 after an early 4-point lead mula sa BALIPURE Water Defenders.
At actually, doon sa set number 2 na yun, mas marami na commit na errors itong Creamline, no? Pero again, ang dami talagang kayang mag-deliver sa kanila. Actually, Tots Carlos from 8 points ng set 1, 1 point lang nadagdag for set number 2. But you have to credit also yung mga second stringers sila na pumasok and delivered for Creamline. Talking about Risa Sato also joining the scoreboard and delivering quality minutes for the team. And sa kabila naman, si Buitre ang lumamang, 5 points na para sa kanya. Aguilar also with 3 points, and Orendain and Marciano with 4 points apiece. Pero hindi pa rin yun yung usual numbers na kayang dalhin ng kanilang leading scorer. So we have to see more push from them. It was definitely a better set here for BALIPURE. And in terms of attack, sa pag-iiwanan pa rin sila. 13-9 sa blocks naman. They were able to read Creamline better in this set, leading 2-9 in terms of blockings. Pero ayun, yung service aces pa rin ng Creamline. Nakapagtala sila ng isa. But we have to highlight also how the improvement of BALIPURE when it comes to defense, you know, sa receive nila, sa depensa nila, was able to contribute doon sa mas malapit na score nila in that second set.
Speaking of defense, balik dito si Jeanette Panaga. And Creamline, they will deploy their starters again for BALIPURE naman. Nakita natin kanina si Bern Flora. She will remain on the Taraflex alongside La Victoria, Aguilar, Buitre, Marciano, and Eroa. Free ball here. Jamie will give it up to Rap Aguilar. Set back. Good coverage mula kay Eliza Eroa. Aguilar again. This time around, not much power needed.
that's what you want to see from BALIPURE, yung in-game adjustments. Naging maganda yung blocking doon ni Panaga and Carlos, and Rap Aguilar adjusting from on her second attempt rather.
Veterano na rin. Yan si Rap Aguilar. Last year, we saw her play with Signal HD. Tots Carlos. Pero what was there? Rap on the approach. And that attack was just too strong para kay Rap Aguilar.
Lack of wrist action. Medyo sumobra ng konti mula dun sa linya na yon. But a good read there by Kyla Atienza.
Gemma will serve. Our score is 1-all here in set number 3. CREAMLINE swept PLDT, their first match in this conference. BALIPURE lost in 4 sets against Petrogas. Down the line, gagana naman, makakabawi si Rap Aguilar.
And look at the confidence that Bern Flora is giving her teammates, diba? Siya yung bahala sa receive, siya yung bahala sa depensa, and mas nakaka-deliver yung kanyang mga teammates. And ang ganda rin ng set na yun, nila Victoria kay Rap Aguilar. We were talking offline also about the kind of sets na kinasanayan nitong mga attackers ng BALIPURE. She definitely loved that last hit.
Oh, Jeanette Panaga. The slide, the glide works for CREAMLINE.
We were talking about power. Kanina we highlighted Gemma Galanza, but that attack also from Panaga had too much power on it. And it's good to see how the players are improving, and it goes also hand in hand with the conditioning. Yun nga, kanina nabanggit ko. Kasi we've been watching these players, no? Isa rin to si Panaga na before, former NCAA best attacker also. Pero yung karga ng mga palo nilang lahat, including Tots Carlos, it's really different, especially when you get to watch it live mix. Talagang napapareact kami dito sa sobrang lalakas na binibitawang hampasan itong CREAMLINE.
Gia Morada again with that 180 set, finding Tots Carlos. And a service error here mula sa CREAMLINE, so we are tied at 3 points.
And para rin siguro sa mga nanonood, no? Kasi we had a surge with the COVID cases nung January, and it seemed like itong CREAMLINE really made use of their time na magpa-condition kahit nasa bahay lang. And ang ganda talaga nung conditioning nila. But hopefully, mas may igaganda pa. Kasi syempre, we don't know if this is their peak already, but we've been mentioning how they've been playing smooth, diba? Even in their game against PLDT and now here against BALIPURE.
Great for you to mention the peak in conditioning dahil magpi-playoffs na po simula next week.
Apakabilis.
They would want that peak to come in a few weeks. Look at that, Alyssa Valdez. Good thing for BALIPURE, they were able to recover. Alyssa again. Over dig right there. Alyssa, one more time. Alyssa Valdez will score.
Medyo wala sa pwesto doon si Flora, and Alyssa acknowledging yung butas na yon sa side ng BALIPURE.
Boy, just power after power after power.
Really don't know kung sinong babantayan dito sa kupunan ng CREAMLINE.
10 points para kay Tots Carlos. 8 of those came in set number 1.
Good pass there by Bern Flora.
Kasugod. Gia was there. De Jesus will give it up to Alyssa. Little bit too high para kay Jamie. Eto si Flora. Try to go down the line. De Guzman sends it over. Alyssa again.
Alyssa Valdez delivering here for CREAMLINE. And again, everyone just making each other's lives easier for CREAMLINE dahil the more efficient they are in their, in their job, mas dumadami yung binabantayan, mas nadidistract, mas nakakalat yung focus itong BALIPURE, and yun nga, napakahirap bantayan ng bawat isa pag lahat sila gumagana.
Marciano. Oh, wow, what a save by De Guzman. Ito naman si Alyssa Valdez off the blockers.
And good transition there from CREAMLINE. Nakita natin from defense, we're able to counter. And Alyssa using the hands of Jen Kasugod. I think that will even hit yung medyo forehead nito ni Kasugod. And goes to show na yung block niya medyo nakabuka at dumula sa gitna ng kanyang mga forearms.
Eliza making them pay. So Valdez has been having a great set number 3 so far. And now it is a service ace.
Doon mo rin makikita no, gano'ng ka deep at quality yung lineup nitong Creamline. Kasi for every set, it's like a different player na stand out para sa kanila. First set was Tots Carlos, second set was Risa Sato. Third set, looks like Eliza Valdez is the one na nagli-lead so far. Pero in all those sets, syempre Gia Morado de Guzman ang kanilang maestro when it comes to playmaking.
Well, paulit-ulit mo kasi sinasabi, Mela, hindi mo alam kung saan manggagaling. Here she is again, Gia. Sumobra, pero gagana pa rin for Creamline.
Proof that there's really so much options here for Creamline as they go to the second technical timeout.
Fully Alive, Champions for Life. Abangan ang pagbabalik ng UAAP at panoorin ng Season 84 Men's Basketball. Simula po yan this March 26, tuwing Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, live on One Sports at sa UAAP Varsity Channel. Available on Signal TV Channel 263 HD and on Signal Play. Now let's go to Alexis Tinsay.
Kita nga naman sa game ng BALIPURE na pinag-focusan talaga nila ang service receive sa court. Kaya naman lumalapit ang score ng defenders sa cool smashers. However, Carly Hernandez mentions that Coach John reminded them that playing a good game is not the only key to winning, but to actually doing better than the other team. But they have to do this not with pressure, but with confidence. Carly said na may mga bagong magkakasama sa team, kaya nga di maiwasan ang minsan na pagkakailangan. Pero kita naman natin na humuhusay ang connection nila. Let me ask the panel now, what crucial adjustments should BALIPURE do to get the ball back in their hands?
Okay, Mela, that question is directed to you.
Bakit may recitation, Alexis? Well, it's the same thing we've been saying since we started this game, no? It's really yung pagiging organized nila in defense. Kasi meron namang kayang pumalo sa kanila eh. I mean, we've seen some highlights from Rapra Aguilar, Marian Buitre even, and Janine Marciano, and now that Bern Flores on the floor. Yun lang ang kailangan talaga nila, of course, yung defense and yung first line nila.
Flora on the first ball. Here's Rap on the approach. Gia gives it up to Gemma Galanza. That's another weapon right there. Galanza finding the back row.
Yan talaga yung tendency. Pag regalo, papasok lahat ng defenders. But Gemma Galanza just quick to recognize that the defense pattern went in at butas na butas sa likod. Doon niya dinala.
Mela, sabi mo first set, Tots Carlos. Second set, Risa Sato. Third set, Eliza Valdez. Aba, may isa pang former MVP na hindi magpapatalo.
Hindi pa naman kasi tapos. Wala pa tayo sa half ng third set. So it's becoming a campaign kung sino ba magiging player of this set. We see also Rose Vargas on the floor here for Creamline.
Misreceive right there, pero may tatawid. Aguilar, that's tough. Hindi na may tatawid sa kabila, courtesy of Rap Aguilar.
Hindi na nalapitan yung bola at nakita natin sarado na yung block.
Gia will be serving 11-7 in set number 3. 2021 Open Conference best setter. And again, playing very well this year. Mula sa likod, Flora rejected. No more recovery mula kay Janine Marciano.
So full front line there for Creamline, and that triple block's just looking solid for the cool smashers, and it forces BALIPURE to call a timeout.
Johan, hinaan yung palo mo. Pinapalakasan niya. Diba, pinalalakasan niya yung palo, di ba? natin na lang. Huwag natin balik na rin yung sinasabi, yung instruction. Di ba? The more na hinihinaan natin, the more na gumaganda yung block nila. Kasi nakikita lalo nila yung ball. Kung bibilisan natin ng palo na gano'n, di ba? Anything can happen kasi pwedeng tumalsik eh. Di ba? Oh, 5. Isa-isahin natin, tsagayin natin.
Did I hear that right, Mela? Bilisan ng atake?
For sure, yun yung magiging instructions kasi masyado nang established yung blocking ng Creamline. And syempre, yung isa sa mga resolution for that is to really separate yung mga blockers by doing faster plays. But I guess they couldn't do that kapag ka yung atake, yung depensa nila hindi umaabot sa setter's box. Again, it's been their constant problem all throughout this game. They can't set up plays, and in the rare times that they do, they aren't able to execute properly kasi nababantayan pa rin ng mga blockers.
Kabila naman, ganda ng execution ni Julia Melissa de Guzman. Gia Morado de Guzman with 14 excellent sets. Rap. That was tough. It sails outside.
And you see the intimidation, di ba, on the attackers. Talagang nagtatapo na sila ng bola, nag-e-error na sila dahil masyadong established yung blocking nitong Creamline. And at the same time, you've been mentioning how BALIPURE have been lacking defense, but you have to credit also how loaded the serves of Creamline have been all throughout the game.
Jamie, that's too high para kay Buitre.
So far, nothing going right here for BALIPURE. From defense, nagkakaproblema, atake, and now naman missed it here by Jamie La Victoria.
Also seeing here Phil Kainglet, Cayetano being checked in.
Oh, this is an interesting sub kasi usually they fill in Phil Kainglet Cayetano kapag nasa back row na to serve at para dumepensa, but now she's here in the front line.
Marinda in. A little bit of a collision right there. Tots Carlos sent back. Point belongs to the Water Defenders.
One of the rare times, at least in this game, that Tots Carlos committed an error.
Jamie La Victoria will be serving down by 7 here. So Creamline has not looked back in set number 3, unlike what happened in set number 2, where they had to come back to get the victory. Combination, Cayetano. Eroa gives it up to Marciano. Whistle here, and it will be called against Creamline.
Panaga contesting na hindi daw siya nag-net.
To no avail para kay Jeanette Panaga.
But you know, even without that violation, napakaganda ng depensa ng Creamline. Kahit lumusod sa block, nadidepensahan nila. But dito, no way for BALIPURE to defend that ball, that bomb from Tots Carlos.
That sends us to our second technical timeout. 16-9 in favor of Creamline. As we take a look at the replay, Gia finding Tots Carlos time and time again, the top scorer once more for the Creamline Cool Smashers. The PVL 2022 Open Conference is available on One Sports and in high definition on One Sports Plus, Signal TV, Channel 261. Thank you for joining us here as we bring you your action mula sa Paco Arena in Manila. Biggs Gomez at your service alongside Bella Tunay and Alexis Tinsay. Orindain met at the net. Another point para sa Creamline.
Again, yung focus din itong BALIPURE, know their coverage. Kasi sayang yung atake naman na yun kahit na-block, hindi pa naman doon natatapos dapat. Diba? They still have a chance to recover that ball. And that wasn't even yung solid block na sa paa bumagsak.
Ganda ng drop doon ni Patty Orendain. Makakabawi agad para sa BALIPURE.
Jamie La Victoria should maximize this full front line.
And she has to be able to do it quickly because they are running out of space and time here. With only 8 points away para sa CREAMLINE as they try to take away the match. Whistle here will be called against the Cool Smashers.
Rose Vargas medyo nanggigil dun sa palo na yon. It was very powerful. We heard the impact. Pero yung contact sa bola medyo mababa.
We know she can score. Rose
She was
Vargas.
once a UAP best scorer,
Yes,
actually.
season 72.
74,
74
yeah.
ba? De Guzman gives it up to Vargas on cue. May babalik sa CREAMLINE. One more time. Tots Carlos.
Look at Tots Carlos just being able to deliver here at any time she wants. At yung angle mix iba-iba talaga di
Yeah.
ba? The maturity that she's developed also in playing, and that goes also with her becoming professional athlete.
Bern Flora will score for BALIPURE, but let me bring it back to Tots Carlos, Mel. I want to ask you this. Last year, nakita natin yung kanyang emergence. As we take a look at the replay, Flora scores here. Badly needed one para sa BALIPURE. Would you say na mabilis talaga yung trajectory ni Tots Carlos here in the pros in terms of her improvement?
Yung improvement siguro, it also came kasi yung mga kasama niya. Alam mo yun, parang ang dami kasing leaders sa CREAMLINE So, in terms of skills, alam naman natin yung quality ng laro ni Tots Carlos. Matagal na talagang mataas. Pero yung pagiging stable scorer niya, alam mo yun, yung hindi siya erratic when she's committing errors. It's just, she's more calm now. That's why she's been able to deliver better for CREAMLINE.
It's a 7-point lead for the Cool Smashers as Vargas will be joined by Riza Mandapat, who scored in the previous set, and Kyle Negrito. So they have De Jesus on the floor alongside Domingo, Cayetano.
The main gunners for CREAMLINE already resting at the bench, no?
Well-deserved rest.
Oo, and ayun nga, babanggitin ulit natin yung pagiging crucial ng mga games nila moving forward. Of course, after the eliminations, it's a series of knockout games for everyone. And they're really looking at that twice-to-beat advantage. I mean, if they win here, isa na yun sa, para malaking advantage na yun in getting the top 1 and 2 slot, di ba?
Again, the playoffs will start next week as Domingo tries to attack. Recovery right there para sa BALIPURE. Free ball. Negrito goes back to Celine. Flora had to turn around and send it over. Gaira Baroga also seeing some action here for BALIPURE. Unfortunately, she will not be able to convert.
Gaira medyo nakailalim din dun sa bola na yun. And in that last sequence, nakita natin parang there was a series of miscommunication dito sa side ng BALIPURE. Although they were able to recover yung mga bolang dumating, ang daming lituhan kung sinong kukuha, kaya delay nila tinatamaan. Hindi sila nakakagawa ng mga play.
Alina onto Pasugod. CREAMLINE net defense just prevailing time and time again. Here's Flora on the approach. Mali nga lang doon ang pasok ni Kyle Negrito.
Good eye there by Flora. And, Negrito was out of position and she was the one who took that ball. Medyo dumulas sa kamay ni Kyle.
Mandapat. Here's Vicar. Goes to Patty. Straight to the back. Negrito on to Cayetano. That is low.
Again, good attempt by CREAMLINE. Pero yung kamay nung spiker, no, back-to-back kanina si Rose Vargas yung gumawa doon, parang binababa niya yung kamay niya kaya hindi tumatawid yung bola. The same thing here with Mamatlit.
Negrito, back set onto Mandapat. Sent back. But it goes outside.
Point goes to CREAMLINE. Riza Mandapat using the hands of the blockers, swiping it out.
CREAMLINE 4 points away from getting victory number 2. They will prepare themselves for the Petrogas Angels, who are also undefeated. Orenda in. Net defense once more.
Di naman dapat feeling it in that block against Patty Orendain. And again, we're seeing the system, no? Hindi na siya yung per tao na titignan mo, oy, ang galing naman ni ganito, ni ganyan. It's really the system kung how will they move. Dahil lahat sila nakikita mo, alam na alam nila yung ginagawa nila. And we have to credit that sa system ng Creamline.
Diba? Ang taas ng bola, Alina, bago mo matakbuhan, pababa na. Yung Pati, bago mo mapalo, pababa na rin. Diba? Ibig sabihin, ayaw kasi natin gumalaw eh.
Layo pa yan, guys.
BALIPURE, the water defenders encouraging each other. It's still not over until the very end. But the sense of urgency has to be there because it is already 22-15 in set number 3.
Take a look at the floor. It's really a complete different lineup for Creamline here. Pao Soriano getting back to the game and going back to that timeout by Coach Romel. Sabi niya yung timing daw ng mga spikers nitong BALIPURE. Hindi nila na ma-maximize yung mga lakas ng mga palo nila eh. Kasi pababa na daw sila bago nila paluin yung bola.
Creamline looking to capitalize. Cayetano goes straight to Flora.
Look at Bern Flora transitioning from left to right when it comes to defense. At yan yung kanina pa nila kailangan. At ngayon, na-establish nila yung depensa. Kailangan naman nila ng effective na atake.
Kyle back sets onto Mandapat. Long rally here. Baroga. Negrito was there.
Good recovery
save.
there.
Alina goes to Rendain. Longest rally of the match. Cayetano. It is still alive. Patty. Mandapat. Finally, that will end it. And the point belongs to Creamline.
Makikita mo pagka-depensa ni Negrito doon, sinenyasan niya pa si Orendain, no? And, you know, some in-game angst, kailangan din nila minsan para mas extra intimidation sa kalaban. But, again, that last point, courtesy of Riza Mandapat, had a series of points here for Creamline. And so far, yung mga puntos niya, puro paggamit sa kamay ng blockers.
Kasugod. Atake mula sa gitna. Creamline was there to recover. Free ball for BALIPURE. Alina. Combination to Baroga.
Good recovery there.
Depensa ng Creamline sa net. Na ibabalik. Unfortunately, it bounces out.
And alam mo, ginawa talaga ng Creamline yung homework nila kasi etong si BALIPURE been trying their best to come up with combination plays, di ba? Kanina pa sila sa second tempo na atake pero nababasa pa rin ng blockers. But ito si Orendain replicating yung diskarte ni Mandapat pa off the block. But again, that error is gonna hurt BALIPURE.
Because that gives Creamline 8 match points here. And Riza Mandapat will try to win it for the Cool Smashers. Some valued playing time from the white shirts. Orendain on the approach. Met at the net. Patty will try again. Here's Cayetano. And she will score to win it for the Creamline Cool Smashers, still undefeated in terms of sets in this conference.
Philippine-led Cayetano powering through. At it was a total team effort here from Creamline Cool Smashers. And again, nakita natin, good vibes lang for Creamline here. As everyone is able to contribute for this straight set win, 25-12, 25-21, and 25-16 via Creamline over BALIPURE.
We'll take a short break. We'll be back for your post-game analysis.